again on the chase. Blocks him off the backboard. Oh, showtime. Oh, he slammed it down. Pino rises. Another three from Eula. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Hello, I'm Jared Kinchis alongside Avery Stepner here for the NCSY Summer pregame show here for Magen David, the 10 seed, taking on the 2 seed Shalhevet. What are the keys to the game for both sides?
Yeah, so we got some great players today. We got Eitan Beachron, we got Joshua Shabbat. When I asked Coach Dweck about how they're playing against Beachron, he just said, we're going to pray. That's what we got to do. And on the other side, Coach Coleman stressed the importance of getting bodies on Shabbat, breaking a lot of weak side help. So the key is going to be those 2 star players and how they come out at the beginning.
And then the one other thing we heard from Coach Coleman before the game was his team shooting. They didn't shoot so great. They shot 2 out of 13 from beyond the arc. He said that what's the key? To get it inside. They have to work the ball inside.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Sam Jacobson in the first game. He was absolutely dominant. The plan is to get it inside to him, let him work, and bring the Magen defense inside so you can get open shots on the outside for Beachron.
All right, we'll see you guys soon for game time. Head to a quick break. Welcome back. I'm Jared Kinchis alongside Avery Stepner here for the 10 seed versus the 2 seed. The starting lineups are sponsored by the Yeshiva University Office of Admissions. As you start your college journey, make sure you visit us online to check out all the great events and opportunities we have for YU students. Starting lineup for the 10 seed, Magen David Warriors, Joshua Shabbat, Phil Schur, Mayor Sakal, Jack Dweck, and Sali Hara. For the 2 seeded Shalhevet Firehawks, Eitan Beachron, Yaakov Lieberman, Samuel Jacobson, Ben Winter, and Andrew Banney.
So Jared, an interesting storyline at the beginning of this game is going to be the pace. We know the LA schools, they like to play fast. They're very used to the shot clock. Guys like Beachron want to get running up the floor. But it's going to be interesting to see what Philip Scher does, the Magen David veteran point guard who won the Yeshiva League Finals MVP last year. If you can slow this game down, dictate the pace, I think that'll work a lot in Magen David's favor.
Yeah, he's a good piece for them. And then Shabbat is obviously the star player for Magen. He had 19 in the playing game, and then he had a 20-pointer yesterday. So they got to get him going early if they want to stick with this 2-seed Shalhevet team.
Yeah, Josh Shabbat, an incredible player. Also a great passer. He'll look to get his guys involved. Maybe Sally Harrow, Dweck, number 23, a good offensive player. This is going to be an exciting one today.
And let's get ready to go. Tip 1 here by Shalhevet. Banney with it. Drives right side. Kicks in. No good. Rebounded. Rips it away. Left corner. Top of the key, Banney. Inside. Swinging around well. Shalhevet. 3-ball. No good. Good rebound. Ooh, over the back, I think, is going to be the call.
Yeah, and early on, good job by Magen David to deny the ball, trying to get on the inside. You know, obviously, we know Beachron's a great shooter, but that wasn't the shot that Coach Coleman is really looking out for out of the gate. So we'll see if they can work the ball inside next possession.
And that one's dangerous pass, almost stolen away here, Scher. Drives in hard, layup, got it. Magen David jumps out to the 2-0 lead. And Shalhevet's pushing quick here. Top of the key, open 3. Good. Nice shot there, Yaakov Lieberman.
Yaakov Lieberman, the junior, really impressive player, plays like a veteran. Can shoot, also a great on-ball defender, expected to match up with Philip Scher today.
Scher hands it off. Dweck with it. Right side. Scher dictating traffic. Working on Lieberman. To the corner. That's a deep three. Got it. Wow. 3-ball. MDY out to the 5-3 lead. 6:30 left to go in this first quarter. Deep triple. No good. Rebound. Pushing up the floor. Sakal with it. Kicks to the corner. Dweck drives. Back out to Sakal.
Look how far up the court Shalhevet is face guarding Joshua Shabbat. I mean, it's justified. You saw the shot he hit in the corner before. He's absolutely amazing.
Yeah. He's the key for the Magen David offense, working with Scher. Scher at the top of the key. Pumps, drives, kicks it out. Power up. And no call. I think it's going to be out of bounds.
What incredible defense by the Firehawks right there. They're just chasing Shabbat around, doubling him off of screens. I mean, that's the type of defense that Coach Coleman told us he was going to play, and it's the type of defense you need against a player of that caliber. And we'll see if Shalhevet can now capitalize on the offensive end. It looks like Magen's in the 2-3 zone. They try to stop the ball from getting to the middle.
Look to Shalhevet to get their big guys involved. Winter and that guy, Jacobson. Out to the corner, though. 3-ball, that one's good. 6-5, Shalhevet lead it by 1. 5:30 left to go in this first quarter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how big you are and how big you want to play, but you got a guy like Eitan Beatron, he could just make any shot.
Scher with it. Double team coming from Shalhevet. Great defense there. Driving hard. Good find underneath. Shot is blocked by Winter. And the rebound by Beatron. And here comes Lieberman down the floor. He'll drive, kick corner. And that one's going to be off the foot of Benny. And Magen David will take over. 5 minutes left to go. 6-5, Shalhevet on top.
Yeah, Jared, we talked about at the beginning how important the pace is going to be of this game. And it really looks like it's going in Shalhevet's favor. They're just running up the court and defensively forcing Magen into some bad looks.
Magen's got to be more methodical in their approach. Look to work the ball inside and on the baseline. Foul called against number 21, Andrew Bonney.
Yeah, and I think if you're Magen, you have to look to get some other guys involved. I know it's enticing to go to Shabbat early, but this entire Shalhevet defense is just focusing on him. So if you can get guys like Scher, Dweck, Harrow going early, that can free up some space for Shabbat to work later on. And it looks like the refs are having a bit of a conversation, maybe just exchanging some pleasantries, talking about how great of an announcer Jared Kinchis is.
Avery Stepner, lead voice of Max Live. Inbound goes to Sakal. Hands it off to Scher just past half court. Sakal working on Lieberman. Lieberman pokes it away, regains. That's an open shot on the baseline. No good. Rebound, Shalhevet. Kicks it to the right side. Top of the key, it's Lieberman. Inside, Jacobson finds Winter wide open. Didn't take the shot. He wasn't paying attention, really. Winter kicks it outside. Open look. Great ball movement by the Firehawks. Pull up two. Beatron, no good. Rebound, Winter inside, stripped. And Jacobson picks it up, and he pulls up from the elbow. That one's good. Samuel Jacobson.
And you're seeing the physicality early. That's a second chance point. Shalhevet, they're going to get a lot of those today. Winter has to be a little more aggressive when he catches the ball inside, knowing he has a size advantage.
Great find by Phil Scher. Layup was good.
And Coach Coleman not happy on that one. I think he wanted some weak side help, you know, knowing that Magen David likes their backdoor cuts. Great pass by Scher and a great finish by Shabbat.
Yeah, those two know each other well. Great pass, great finish. 8-7, Shalhevet leads. 3:35 left to go here. Beatron on the left wing. Kicks it inside. It's Winter. Pass stolen. Dangerous pass by Winter there. Dweck pats hard with the left. Can't go. Rebound. And here comes Beatron the other way. He'll stop and kick it inside to Jacobson, the 6'4" center. Inside, Lieberman. Nice finish. 10-7, Shalhevet on top. Just over 3 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Magen David had beat the 7 seed North Shore after having to play the play-in against Flatbush. And now it's their third game, having to play the most games out of everyone. Hopefully they're not tired as Cher with it on the right side.
Yeah, but they don't look tired early on. They've matched the intensity.
That's an open look. No good. Sakal finds his own rebound and puts it in. No box out. Coach Coleman's not going to be too pleased with that. 10-9.
Coach Coleman is livid on that one. That was, gotta love the Coach Coleman reactions.
Good find. Winter. Petron gets spin. Pull up J. Wow, that's pretty. Nice shot. 12-9. Shalhevet lead. Timeout. Firehawks.
And what a start to this game. Don't go anywhere. You will not want to miss the next few minutes of basketball.
Best summer ever. Last summer, we brought 1,000 teens to Israel. This year, we're bringing even more. The countdown is on. Are you ready? With over 20 incredible programs, NCSY has something for everyone. Don't miss your chance to make this the best summer ever. Register today at summer.ncsy.org. Shalhevet here out to a quick 12-9 lead, 2:26 left to go in this first quarter. What do you think is the key for Shalhevet to keep them going and to retain this lead?
Yeah, I mean, the pace is good. I think they're just falling asleep behind the wheel a couple times. You saw the backdoor cut by Shabbat that led to the layup. You also had Myers Sakal following his rebound, following a shot, getting the rebound. So I think it's just being there mentally, being focused. You also saw some mistakes offensively. Wintner had the layup. He just decided not to take it. So I think just, getting into the game, being physical, being there mentally is all going to be key. So Coach Coleman probably had to wake them up in that huddle. And trust me, if Coach Coleman's trying to wake me up, I do not want to be on the receiving end of that.
Definitely. Coach Coleman always a staple here at Sarachek.
Also one of the best coaches in the country and in Jewish basketball. So shout out Coach Ryan Coleman.
Good defense here by Jacobson. Schweck with it at the top of the key. Swings to the left side. Now to the post. Hand off to Dweck. Dweck attacks, pulls back. That's Shabbat, the three ball, in and out. Rebounded by the Firehawks. Petron with it. Slows it down. Lieberman. Petron slows it down. Good ball movement here by the Firehawks. Lieberman. Open at the top of the key. Little shot fake. Try and get inside. Shot clock at 10. Right corner now. Inside, Jacobson, excuse me. Corner three, no good. And Magen will bring it down the other way. Dangerous pass. Shabbat picks it up, finds a good pass. Oh, missed layup. Can't afford too many of those if you want to win this game. Power's got to put that away. Lieberman with it.
Watch Petron in the right corner at the bottom of your screen.
They got to keep an eye on him. I think an off-ball foul was called.
Yeah, one thing Shalhevet likes to do is they like to set those, opposite court back screens for their shooters like Petron and Lieberman. And I wonder against a 2-3 zone, with the corner being vulnerable, if Coach Coleman goes to that.
So Dweck will inbound for Shalhevet. Finds Lieberman. Lieberman pulls it out. Jacobson with it. He had 18 for them against Cats in a tough game. Foul called. Downs against Mark Sutton.
Yeah, and that's going to be the recipe to success, according to Coach Coleman. Get the ball to Jacobson at the high post, low post, and let him operate. Give him some room, space the floor, and reap the benefits.
Shalhevet was really good at getting to the free throw line against Cats. In a game that was back and forth, the 2 versus 15, in my opinion, Cats got an unfavorable matchup. If you ask me, Cats is better than the 15 seed. I think they won their game today earlier in Tier 2.
Oh, absolutely.
Ooh, good look there. No good on the 3 ball. Jacobson comes up with the board, and he'll take it down, gives it off to Lieberman.
Yeah, now with the shot clock turned off, I think for Shalhevet, you hold for one.
Definitely hold for one here.
Go to the quarter, end of the quarter with the lead.
Lieberman with it, guarded by Dweck. Lieberman directs traffic. On the right side, kicks it inside. Going down.
And I'm not sure what they called on that one.
Looks like an off-ball foul.
Yeah, maybe moving screen at number 23. Now an opportunity for Magen. I'm trying to get the ball to Shalhevet in stride with momentum going down the court.
Shalhevet's guarded all the way down the floor by Bertrand. Shalhevet with it. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. He'll have to put it up. He got a good shot off, but couldn't put it down. 12-9 Shalhevet lead as we head to the end of the first quarter break.
Bravo, Dead Caravana here, assistant director at the amazing Camp Seneca Lake. When you send your child here, you're getting the best athletics, delicious food, incredible staff, and amazing night activities. But don't take my word for it. If you want your child to have an amazing Shabbat experience filled with learning and ruach, stop on by, visit our camp, and let's make summer 2025 the best one yet. See you there.
As we welcome you back here, 12-9 Shalhevet lead as we get ready for the second quarter. Come on down to Lake Como Pizza for some great pizza, pasta, salads, and even awesome breakfast options. They'll be streaming the games in store, making a great place to watch the games while you eat. Thanks Como for your sponsorship. What do you think is the key for Magen David to jump back, only down 3 here, to tie this one up early in the second quarter?
Yeah, well, they've done a good job staying close. They're definitely not playing on their terms. They're being sped up by Shalhevet. You see every time a shot goes up, Bertrand and Lieberman are leaking out, trying to push the pace. Think for your Magen. You got to secure rebounds, slow it down, don't play it to Shalhevet's pace. If you can muck this game up, make it a little physical, a little dirty, not dirty, but you got what I'm trying to say, then I think I can work to your advantage. I think they've done an admirable job at hunkering down low, banding together to stop Jacobson and Whitner.
One thing that was interesting that we spoke about with Coach Dweck before the game is his team shot 4 of 8 in the playing game from 3, but only 1 out of 15 against North Shore yesterday. So he said that it wasn't so much that it was a bad shooting night. He said that it was an off night with a little bit of small amount of rest, and he said that he looks forward to his team knocking those triples down. Look for Shalhevet, obviously, and Cher to knock down a few triples here in the second quarter. Cher with it. Wide open, Dweck for the tie, can't get it to go. Rebound by Ascari. So heavily bring it down the floor. It's Lieberman with it.
So Bertrand coming up, Jacobson slipping.
Jacobson gets the contact before the shot.
And if you watch the replay, it's a really good play against the zone because that one guy defending in the bottom right corner has a decision to make. He either has to go out onto Bertrand, which of course you're going to do because he's so good, but then it leads Jacobson open on a slip, and he's so powerful that he'll always draw a foul or get a good shot up. Yeah,
really good play design by Coach Coleman as the 3 from Bertrand, no good. Rebound tipped away off Whitner, and we'll head down the other way, Magen David ball.
And if you look at the bottom left corner of your screen, you're getting the full Coach Coleman experience on his knees, yelling and screaming. We had a very entertaining halftime interview with him yesterday. I asked him about it today. I said, Coach, do you enjoy the halftime meetings? He said, I think you guys enjoy it a lot more than I do.
Thanks, Max Live team, for having those cameras always rolling. Inside shot, no good. Share. Not sure what the call was there. Something on the Shalhevet bench.
I'm not sure, maybe a warning. And we know how crazy that bench can get sometimes, but we play on here in the Max Stern Athletic Center. 12-9 Shalhevet.
Nothing like LA basketball. As Lieberman with it. Ascari inside to Whitner. Skip pass to the top of the key, left side. Now it's Jacobson inside. He's 6'4", and huge shot was blocked, it looked like, as Magen David will push the other way. Dweck makes a move, drives in. Foul on the ground called first.
Yeah, and I'm not sure about that call. I think it was just a bang-bang basketball play. Lieberman went for the steal. I don't think there's too much contact. But, I mean, it's a big call because a guy like Jakob Lieberman, you don't want him to get into foul trouble. I mean, it's his first foul, but still could be a storyline as the game progresses.
Dweck with it, working on Lieberman. Top of the key. That's an open look. 3-ball. Won't go. Magen David struggling from deep early. Lieberman with it. Right side to Scary, inside to Whitner. They keep going there, and then to the top of the key, and they're getting good motion. Jacobson spins, puts it up. Nice shot, Samuel Jacobson. 14-9, Shalhevet on top.
Yeah, Coach Spike Dweck, as you can see in the bottom corner of your screen, not happy with that defense. I think he wants to be a little more buttoned up in that. The point of the 2-3 zone is not let the ball go into the paint. That's exactly what's happening.
Deep dribble, knocks it down. Who else? But Shabbat. Shalhevet down the other way. Lieberman, top of the key, 14-12. Shalhevet leads. Inside Jacobson. He'll pump, take a dribble, nice pass into Whitner. To the corner, Bertrand. Gets it out of the corner, it's Lieberman. 15 seconds on the shot clock. 5:40 left to go in this half. Left side, now inside to Jacobson. Works, backs him down, ball was stripped. Foul called. Should be 2 at the line for Samuel Jacobson.
Yeah, Jacobson's so smart at the high post. We saw he had a nice pass to Whitner earlier in the possession that Whitner didn't put it up. But he's just smart, he's patient, he's a really good passer. The 2-man game between him and Bertrand is really fun to watch.
And look for them to get Whitner involved more shooting. He's been great at the block and dishing it out to the corners. Like we spoke about with Coach Coleman earlier, that the key to getting the outside shots is to first work it inside and then get the kick out to get Whitner more involved. I think that could work for them.
Yeah, now Shalhevet going with a bit of a guard-heavy lineup with Jacobson as the lone big. So maybe trying to get some better on-ball perimeter defense after Shabbat hit that deep 3.
And he knocks that one down, 16-12, Shalhevet on top. Cher will take it up the floor. Picked up by Scary. Shabbat. Good find, Cher inside, 2-point game. Magen David sticking with them. It's Bertrand. Lieberman with it, dictating traffic. Gives it off to Benny. Gets a screen, and now Lieberman fakes. That's going to be a walk. Too many steps. 16-14, Shalhevet. Magen David with a chance to tie it here.
Yeah, you're going to watch the replay. Lieberman got a little too excited. I think he had the shot when he got it. Just a little hesitant. Maybe the message of Coach Coleman trying to tell them to get the ball inside in his head.
Here's Cher with it. Inside. Shabbat fading 2, won't go. Rebounded by Bertrand. Bertrand kicks the left side, Lieberman. There's inside to Jacobson. Lieberman, open look, got it. 18-14, Shalhevet leads. Magen David looking to push here, pick up the pace a little. Hard to match Shalhevet's pace. They move so quick, the LA team. Shalhevet, Eula, Valley in years that they're on their game. Obviously, they're not Tier 1 this year. Good drive.
That was a good take there by the Magen David man. Earned himself a trip to the line. Philip Cher, the former MVP of the Yeshiva League.
Last year, he was the MVP, right?
Yes, against that crazy game with Flatbush.
That free throw is good. I'd like to thank Chopsticks for being a proud Max Live sponsor. For the best Chinese food in Teaneck, you've got to go to Chopsticks. Head to chopsticksusa.com to order online. The link is in the description of this video.
Chopsticks definitely a fan favorite back in Teaneck, I can tell you that.
Yep. 18-16 after he knocks down both free throws. 4:15 left to go in the half. Lieberman drives, baseline. Wow, great find. 3-ball, got it. Great find and make there. Lieberman, Bertrand getting it done. Shalhevet extends the lead to 5, 21-16. Cher with it. Gives it into Shabbat in the left corner. working on Petron. It's a good matchup there. Shalhevet, wow! That's a nice shot, 21-18.
I don't know how Shalhevet does that. That was crazy.
Petron crosses over, takes a three, won't go. Rebounded by Shalhevet. Running are the Magen David Warriors. Top of the key, Shalhevet, deep three, fouled! He'll get 3 shots from the line.
And also, partner, a chance to tie it down 3. Shalhevet was waiting there, ready to shoot for about 5 seconds as Magen was working it around. It's just so impressive. You feel like every time Shalhevet makes a big shot and they're about to go on a run, Magen answers right back.
They're sticking in it the whole way through. If you want to receive Sarachek news and updates and get close game alerts, join our WhatsApp group. The link is in the description of this YouTube video. So refs discussing something before Shalhevet takes 3 free throws, I believe. First free throw. That one's good. Lead is now 2.
Partner, important to note that Magen David has not lost yet in this building. They're 3-0 in the Max Stern Athletic Center. They had a big playoff win against MTA in the Yeshiva League quarterfinals before ultimately falling to DRS, the eventual Yeshiva League champions.
That shot last night for Frisch against DRS is one of the crazier moments to happen in this gym.
Man, speaking of that was definitely wild. Nathan Neufeld, as Isaac Stettner proclaimed after the game, the best player in the league. I don't know if I go that far, but Neufeld, otherwise known as Neuf, definitely a great player.
Great
junior who'll be back next year.
Frisch got taken out though today. As good defense. Magen trailing by 1. Shot at the line. Magen David jumps out to their first lead of the game. 22-21. They're on top with 3:15 left to go.
And we'll see if Shalhevet can handle the press right now on the fly. They have not called timeout. And there's another errant pass that was almost turned over.
Jacobson down the floor. He'll drive. Contact. Blocking foul called. Jacobson at the line for 2, looking to regain the lead. Make sure to stay tuned for the Can't Step It Up halftime show in just a few minutes. 22-21. Magen David leads it. Back and forth the game. Here we are. Looks like they ended up calling the foul on the floor, not going up. Ascari will inbound. Finds Petron at the top of the key. It's Lieberman. Magen David switches here to 2-3 defense. Foul called. Should be a reach against Sakal. All Sarachek games that are played at Yeshiva University will be broadcast on MaxLive.com and the MaxLive YouTube channel. Subscribe to MaxLive on YouTube and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single Sarachek moment in broadcast.
Watch Lieberman on the opposite block for a screen.
Jacobson kicks it out to Petron. Lieberman with it. Jacobson. That shot no good, but he's fouled. On the floor for the first time today with his brother, I'm assuming, Ben Jacobson, sophomore.
Yeah, and it's just such a smart offense right there to get the ball to Jacobson because he attracts so much attention. If you leave him on an island one-on-one, he'll either finish or he'll get fouled. But the Shalhevet offense is so smart that once you bring the double team, they have another guy cutting inside to fill in the space.
As that free throw is no good. So now Jacobson looking to tie it here. 22-21 Magen on top. That free throw, no good as well. Shalhevet with the board. Magen David looking to send the lead here. Share with it. Looking to get it to Shalhevet, but he takes it himself. Shot won't go. Rebound. Coming up with it is Jake Blank. Foul called, I believe. Lieberman will take it up the floor.
Shalhevet's going to go back to their play where they set the corner screen for Petron, and then Jacobson slips in.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Thank you.
Petron, top of the key. Lieberman, blank, open look, decides not to take it. That's a dangerous pass. Lieberman comes out of it, though. Blank, deep, triple, no good. Rebound, Magen. Technical foul on the Magen David bench. Oh. In such a tight game, you can't afford calls like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. Maybe something was said.
I think Coach Dweck asked his player to head to the locker room maybe a little bit early. I think he got up in the guy's ear when he was shooting the three. It seemed like, as first technical free throw is good from Petron, tying the game at 22 apiece.
Yeah, we talked to Coach Spike before the game about, you know, how they're going to handle the Shalhevet team. So physical and so fast. He said, you know, we're from Brooklyn. We got to play hard. We got to, you know, get a little chippy. Obviously not condoning anything extracurricular, but
not.
You definitely got to bring an edge to you in a game like this in Sarachek. If you're an underdog, a 7 seed going against a team like Shalhevet, but obviously you got to make sure you control yourself so you don't get them 2 free throws.
And it hits them. Tied at 22 here. Corner, it's blank, inside to Jacobson. Jacobson with 2 guys on him. Fakes, puts it up, no good. Tip in, can't get it, and going down. Magen David ball after the foul from Jacobson.
Yeah, now I'd like to see, because we have the Magen David defense keying in on Jacobson and really just packing the paint. Now I'd like to see Jacobson get active as a passer. I mean, he's coming out now, so maybe that's Whitner's job. But with the defense collapsing, that means you have opportunities on the outside for your shooters like Petron and Lieberman, who we know are so good. So we'll see if they make that adjustment.
23-22. Shalhevet lead it. 1:50 left to go in this half. Make sure to stay tuned for the Camp Step It Up halftime show in just a few minutes. Dweck, open look, decides not to take it. Corner, Sakal, 3, no good. Rebound, Whitner gives it off to Lieberman. Lieberman will look to push. Hands it off to Petron. Guarded by Dweck. Gets a screen over to Lieberman. Blank on the right side. Top of the key by the circle. It's Lieberman. Taking his time. Shot clock at 15. 1:15 left to go in the half. Whitner inside. Corner. Petron. 3-ball. No good. No foul called. Dweck with the rebound. He's pushing down the floor. And now slow it up, loses the ball for a second, hands it off to Cher. Cher working on Petron. Good defense by Petron, poking it away, gives it to Whitner. And now Shalhevet will look to push. Blank, driving hard, uses an elbow. They're going to get him, offensive foul. Great defense there.
And Jared, look at Eitan Petron and Joshua Shalhevet, the 2 stars in this game, putting their body on the line. You had Petron diving on the floor defensively, and Shalhevet drawing that offensive foul. The Stars really putting it out, trying to get to the semis.
They do it both on the offensive and defensive side, as you saw there. Shalhevet fakes the shot. Dweck, open look, 3-ball, got it! 25-23, Magen David after that great ball movement there. Open look, knocks it down. 30 seconds left to go in the half. Lieberman with it.
Yeah, Coach Coleman's telling his team to hold for 1. With only 2 seconds separating the shot and game clock, I think he wants to minimize damage going into halftime, keep it at either a 2-point deficit at worst or potential lead and tie.
Petron milking the clock. Now it's blank, kicks it right side, Lieberman. Oh, that one's off the foot of Dweck, I believe.
And just a reminder, don't go anywhere. We have the Step It Up halftime show coming up in an interview with the leading coach. So you're not going to want to go anywhere after this final 6.6.
3 seconds to go on the shot clock. Magen up 2 in this 10 versus 2 matchup. Lieberman will inbound for Shalhevet.
Look for the back screen. Petron and Jacobson are discussing it. It's played well by Shalhevet.
2-1, 3-ball, no. Out of bounds, so Magen will have a chance here with 2.5 seconds to get a prayer up, maybe from half court. working out some clock issues. Magen on top as we're about to head to halftime. Again, stay tuned for the Camp Step It Up halftime show. Magen will inbound. Get it in to share. 2 seconds, 1 second, not enough time. No shot off, as we'll get a quick halftime interview with Coach Ike Dweck as his Magen David Warriors are leading heading into the half, 25-23.
Stand by as we're going to try to get Coach Dweck, who's heading to the locker room. Never mind.
Coach Dweck.
We got Coach Coleman.
Coach Coleman, his team trails by 2. Let's head down to Nathan.
Coach, obviously, what do you like from your guys in this tight, and what do you not like in the first half?
You're definitely new if they sent you over here to interview me. I don't like much. I'm ready for Golan after the game. It's the only reason I come to New York.
You got a couple defensive lapses in judgment leading to open three-pointers, easy layups. How do you stop that from happening in the second half?
Yeah, Shalhevet's a great player. I mean, you got to try to force him into taking tough shots. Sometimes great players like that make tough shots, and he's doing that. I thought overall we did a good job defensively. We just haven't done a good job on the offensive end of the floor.
Thank you. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you, Nathan, as we will head to the Camp Step It Up halftime show.
And I fell in love with basketball when I was 12 years old. Well, let me take you back to the beginning of Step It Up. A kid with hoop dreams. In 7th grade, played middle school ball, played high school ball. I wanted to be a Division I player. My friends were cynical about it. My teachers at school, my head of school. The dream became a reality. And as a little kid from Boca Raton, Florida, I ended up finding myself at Madison Square Garden. That only fueled more and more, and the dream became bigger. I transferred to Brandeis University in Boston, where I played 2 more years before moving to Israel, playing a year of pro ball. And at 25 years old, 2 years later, I started stepping up. At the time, a basketball private training company. Remember the first session I ran, I was driving home and I just had goosebumps. I felt something. I said, this is it. And from that private training session, we grew more private trainings in a day camp where kids got better in a 5-day program. So I said to myself, if kids are getting better in an hour and getting better in a week, let's start a sleepaway camp. Let's take them for 6 to 8 weeks. It can make a real shift in their mind, a shift in their soul and their perspective. And that's what we did. I sit here with you 12 years later in 2023. We started with 1 kid in 2009. This summer, we're fortunate enough to host over 430 campers from 20 states and 10 countries. When I first started Step It Up, the intention was to run a high-end skill development camp. Little did I know, it would evolve into a life skills camp disguised as a basketball camp, whose core principles are the same principles that I not only grew up on, but still live by to this day. Open heart, open mind. If you come in with the right attitude and you open your heart and mind, we can make tremendous progress. Attention to detail, on the court and off. Live passionately, because what else is there? The way you do anything is the way you do everything. Whatever you choose to do in life, do it all the way. Action above all. Don't talk about it, be about it. Experiences over materialism. It lasts much longer, and it's more real. Good breeds good. Be good to yourself, and be good to one another. Game speed, game like. We train with a focus and intensity on the court, which turns practice into a game, and the game into a practice. We work hard, we play hard, we step it up. These principles are beyond basketball. We use basketball as a vehicle for growth and success. And the results, well, they speak for themselves. Countless number of middle school and high school MVPs. Over 60 college players, Division I, II, and III. Professional players, national team players, a EuroLeague Rookie of the Year, an NBA draft pick, and over 5,000 families, all of whom have stepped it up. We have a love for the game, timeless principles that guide us, a state-of-the-art campus, engaged coaches. We have the results. The choice is simple. It's time to step it up. My name is Yosef, and I fell in love with basketball when I was 12 years old. Well, let me take you back to the beginning of Step It Up. A kid with hoop dreams. I wanted to be a Division I player. The dream became a reality. I ended up finding myself in Madison Square Garden. I ended up playing 2 years Division I basketball at Hofstra before transferring to Brandeis University in Boston, before moving to Israel, playing a year of pro ball. And at 25 years old, 2 years later, I started Step It Up. At the time, a basketball private training company. So I said to myself, if kids are getting better in an hour and getting better in a week, let's start a sleepaway camp. You can make a real shift in their mind, a shift in their soul and their perspective. We started with one kid in 2009. This summer, we're fortunate enough to host over 430 campers from 20 states and 10 countries. We train with a focus and intensity on the court, which turns practice into a game and the game into a practice. We use basketball as a vehicle for growth and success. And the results, well, they speak for themselves. Over 60 college players, Division I, II, and III. Professional players, national team players, a EuroLeague Rookie of the Year, an NBA draft pick, and over 5,000 families, all of whom have stepped it up. We have a love for the game, timeless principles that guide us, a state-of-the-art campus, engaged coaches. We have the results. The choice is simple. It's time to step it up.
Welcome back. We're here for the Camp Step It Up halftime show. Our halftime show is brought to you by Camp Step It Up, located in upstate New York, with busing provided to and from camp. Camp Step It Up was founded by Yogi Verdugo, former D1 college basketball player. It's the most proven Shomer Shabbos basketball camp in the world, featuring 26 current Sarachek players and over 400 past Sarachek players, as well as YU and Stern College stars over the past 12 years. There are programs for boys and girls grades 3 through 12, including a 6-week option in the U.S. and a 1-week option in Israel. There are 3 minyanim per day learning groups, and the camp rabbi. Past campers include many Yeshiva League MVPs, over 70 college players, dozens of professional and national league players, a EuroLeague Rookie of the Year, and an NBA draft pick. Additionally, we have some Magen David players who are Camp Step It Up campers. Philip Scher, the 2024 Yeshiva League Finals MVP, and Jacob Shiloach were both campers at Camp Step It Up. For more information, email office@campstepitup.com, call 888-600-0908, or visit timestepitup.com, as we're going to head down to our halftime interview with Coach Dweck in just a moment, as he stands by with Natan.
Obviously, you guys made the decision to switch to the press towards the end of the second half. It worked out very well. You think you're going to continue that starting off?
Can't reveal my secrets. Maybe. We'll see what happens. Like I always say, we're going to change up defenses. This is a great team. You know, we got to keep on changing things up, and so they're not prepared for it.
Obviously, your big Sutton, Hara, they're a little bit undersized. How do you plan on not only keeping their bigs off the glass, but also make sure that they play defense without fouling?
It's all heart and hustle. They got to box out, and they got to want it more. That's all.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you to our amazing sideline reporter, and to those of you watching at home, and to us in the booth. we are very lucky because we have a surprise third guest in the booth. Not really a guest. He's really just been announcing every game. Wow, man, Yosef Silver. Silver, how you doing, and what are your thoughts on this game so far?
Joined by two veterans. My first time calling some Sarachek games. Appreciate it being here with Silver and Stettner. Real schluss before Shabbos as we're about to start the second half. Magen David on top, 25-23. For behind-the-scenes pictures and content you won't find anywhere else, be sure to follow Max Live on Instagram and Twitter.
Also, DM your feedback of Yosef Silver and potential your announcer rankings of us three.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm joking. Don't do that. But
this is unfair to me. You guys are veterans.
Jared, you've been killing it so far. Everyone's telling me you're the man. You're killing it.
Appreciate it.
Obviously, Silver's the vet. I'm just another guy trying to live up to my predecessors. But we got basketball, so let's get going.
And it's Banny with it. Shalhevet trailing by 2 here. Inside Lieberman. He's been big for them here. Jacobson finds a body and puts it in. Tied up at 25. Scher will take it up the floor for Magen. Guarded by Lieberman. Picks the left side. Nice attack. Shabbat with the left. Can't go. Patron will push. He's the leading scorer here for Shalhevet. And that pass is stolen away. Scher. That one's almost poked away by Benny, but he regains, crosses the timeline. Corner, 3-ball, got it! 3-pointer, Magen David back on top. Dweck hits another triple. Jacobson with it. Drives hard, stops. No walk called, layup won't go. Tip out on the rebound, Scher. Up ahead to Dweck. Dweck in transition, layup, he misses. Rebounded by Sakal. And that pass is stolen by Jacobson. Sakal didn't see him coming. Lieberman up the floor, 28-25. They trail, get fined into Whitner. Whitner won't go, but foul is called, 28-25 as he heads to the line for 2.
Yeah, and what a crazy start to the quarter. First minute, just back and forth action. And you saw there Whitner in the first half is a little timid underneath the basket. We know how good of a player he is when he's aggressive. So definitely, probably Coach Coleman was telling him in the locker room, man, you gotta go up with it when you get the ball down low.
They have such a size advantage with two guys 6'3" or taller with Whitner and Jacobson. Look for them to get them more involved down low. Make sure to stop by. Nothing like pre-Shabbos poppers. Dougie's. Like to thank Dougie's for being a proud Max Live sponsor for the best barbecue and grill in Teaneck. Make your way to Dougie's. Go to Dougie'sBarbecue.com to order. The link is in the description of this video.
Shout out Yosef Silver.
Second free throw good. 1-point game. Magen David on top. Lieberman will pick him up right after he crosses half. There's Hara to Dweck. Dweck has hit a couple of threes here. Sakal drives hard. Spins, crazy shot. He was fouled, led to the line for 2.
Yeah, and I think that's a great take. I think what you want to do if you're Magen, a potential strategy here is to take it into the Shalhevet bigs. Try to get them into some foul trouble. Get them off the court. As you see in number 14, Whitner, with the second foul. Summon the monitor.
First free throw is good. Give it a 2-point lead. Hits both to give it 3-point lead for Magen. Pass is tipped. Great transition defense by Shabbat. But Jacobson picks it up. He'll drive hard using his body. Travel called. Jacobson not happy about that one. 30-27. Magen still on top.
Yeah, but it's the right idea. Coach Coleman, it was a strategy coming into the game. They went away from it a little bit in the first half, but going back to Jacobson, I mean, he was so good in that first round game against Cats and just as good today.
Shabbat with it. Top of the key, Sakal kicks left side. Driving, pulling, Shot won't go. Rebound. Nice board. Dweck. Another opportunity from three-point land. Won't go. Rebounded by Jacobson. Gives it over to Lieberman. Almost walks. There's Jacobson cutting in. That's another travel. Within a minute of each other, Jacobson walks twice. Magen David ball.
And partners, excuse me. And I know Coach Coleman really wants his team to play a little more physical, get the ball inside, but you have to think that Eitan Beachron, with how good he is, needs to get involved now on the scoring department.
Yeah, the approach inside hasn't worked as well as I thought it would, especially considering their size advantages. Dweck, pull up two. He's got it. 32-27, Magen David on top. Good trap defense here by Magen. Tripped up and foul called. Good pressure there by Magen. Trying to force a turnover, but Beachron too smart with the ball.
And Magen may look to roll the dice here with some full court pressing and some trapping and try to blow their lead up double digits.
Good skip pass to the corner. Beachron a three. It looked like he was fouled. There was no call. Scher gives it over to Dweck. Sakal drives, kicks a corner. Another open three look. Got it! Look at Dweck. He's on fire. 35-27. Magen lead it. Fading two. That one's good. Nice shot by Beachron. 6-point game here. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think Beachron's a little angry about that missed call. I think that woke him up a bit. Look for him to be a lot more aggressive here in the third quarter.
Really like Magen's intensity, both on offense and defense. Kicking it inside, driving, and then finding the pass outside for an open look. Three. Dweck has been shooting the ball pretty well today. Good defense. Phil Scher. He'll drive, take it in, and that one's good. 37-29, Magen. Really all around strong play. Magen getting contributions really from all over the floor. Scher, Dweck, obviously Shalhevet. Lieberman with it on the right side. Bounce pass into Jacobson, getting double teamed. Beachron, an open three, splash. Can't leave that guy open. He'll make you pay every time. 37-32.
Yeah, look at Beachron guarding Joshua Shalhevet full court. Really putting on the line here. He does not want to go home in his senior year, Sarachek.
It's a 5-point game. Scher with it. Gives it to Shalhevet. Guarded by Jacobson now. He's getting triple team. Wow, all over the place are the Firehawks. But an open man. Sakal drives in, layup, wow! Great finish. Ref timeout. What an opportunity to watch two of the most iconic coaches in the country here in this last game before Shabbos. And travel called. 7-point lead here for Magen.
Coach Coleman, speaking about iconic coaches, Coach Coleman's on his hands and knees right now. Is absolutely livid with how this game is going. I wonder if he's thinking about calling a timeout to sort of reset his team, get them back to some winning basketball.
Jacob Shami checks in. He's in the corner. Supposedly he's a good shooter for Magen. Scher with it. Poked away by Lieberman. Has to pick up his dribble. Dweck. He's been hot for them here in the second and third quarter. Shalhevet. Working on Beachron. Kicks over to Scher. Guarded by Lieberman. Gets a screen from the guard. Shami. Scher trying to back him down. Spins and puts it in. Nice finish. 41-32, Magen David on top, 2:45 left to go in the third quarter. Inside is Jacobson, look to get the two-man game going with him and Wintner. High and low post, travel called again. I think that's the third time just this quarter on Jacobson. A few too many steps as Ascarig checks in for him.
Yeah, it looks like on the replay, he did a little bit of a hop step and then did the 2 steps on the spin. So, could have gone either way. An unfortunate call for Shalhevet. They really need to lock in defensively because they are not getting stops. And MDY is about to make this a double-digit lead.
Foul called. That one on Benny.
And Yosef Silver not happy with that call. I think he was shaking his head. I think he thought it was a clean play.
A little bit rattled and a little bit frustrated. Not in a good
As
way.
Dweck drives and kicks. A wide open Shammy 3-ball. No good. Off the front iron. Rebounded by Lieberman. He'll look to push for the Firehawks. Looking to try and get back in as they trail by 9. Good find. Whitner puts it in. 34 to 41 is the score. Timeout called as we head to a quick commercial break.
Story with French fries.
Pools of glass utensils.
What's the story with going to a non-kosher sushi restaurant?
I use a dairy blender to make a parve cake to serve at a meat meal.
Welcome back in. If you're just joining us, Magen David on top 41-34 in this last game in the Max Stern Athletic Center before Shabbos. 7-point lead for Magen. Shalhevet is in it, but think that they'd come out storming, intense, obviously with the size advantage with Jacobson and Wintner, but they're trailing here, and Magen looks to be the team with all the intensity and the firepower right now.
Yeah, and you have to imagine that, the thoughts of last year's heartbreaking quarterfinal loss against TABC is starting to creep into the minds of the Shalhevet Firehawks. Yosef, how do you sort of reconcile last year's tough loss and, the concern about going home early again, but still playing freely and aggressive?
Not necessarily to the fault of himself. He was excellent in that game against TABC last year. But they've kind of underperformed here at Sarachek. They haven't been in a championship, which, obviously that's saying a lot. But for them, that's where they expect to be every single season. So
Shalhevet playing full court man here. They got to keep up the intensity.
And just to continue that point. So for him, it's just about a maturity of, I was in that place last year. I don't want to be there again. There's still plenty of time on the clock. We're only down 7.
Not anymore as the and one comes, making it a 9-point game.
But, taking that maturity, taking that sense of urgency, and not using it to panic, rather just using it to, okay, I got to get my head straight, I got to make the right reads, I got to play strong defense, rebound hard on the, don't give them second chance opportunities, especially because Shalhevet, for the most part, has a size advantage, and really just, try to outwork them in different ways.
Yeah, I think it's also interesting because it takes a team, right? Vitron could be great in the fourth quarter, but it's not just him, it's everyone. Jacobson needs to be better and watch it traveling. Whitner needs to be better on the inside. It's going to take a village to come back here, but they can definitely do it with the talent they have.
Top of the key, it's Lieberman. Guarded by Shammy. Tron back to Lieberman. Deep triple. No. Now Magen David looking to push. 2 on 3. Slows it down. Shalhevet. Working on Bertrand. Fading 2. No. Rebounded by Wintner to Lieberman. They'll look to push. Trailing by 9. 1 minute left to go in this third quarter. Bertrand, a 3. Got it. Lead back down to 6. Scher. He'll take it up the floor for Magen. And blocking foul, I'm assuming there, called against Lieberman.
Yeah, that was a big shot by Eitan Bertrand. I think just momentum-wise and just going into the break after the third quarter, just knowing that you're a little bit closer instead of it being like a double-digit lead and deficit for Shalhevet. You're only down a couple possessions now. So you can sort of calm down a bit, take a deep breath, knowing you still got a chance.
Inbound goes to Sakal. Working on Whitner inside. Layup won't go. Rebounded by Whitner. 3 fouls on the guy with the ball right now. It's Lieberman. Another triple. Bertrand way deep. And that one's staying here. Shalhevet ball. Sarachek is here. Max Live is your home for the entire tournament. Watch games, news, stats, and more at maxlive.com. MACSLIVE.com. maxlive.com, your home for the Red Sarachek tournament.
And just to note, you were mentioning foul trouble before. Andrew Bonney, that was 4 fouls for Shalhevet. He'll take a seat. I wonder when we'll get him back into the game. But defensively, the freshman, a key piece for these Shalhevet Firehawks.
And there's Bertrand open in the corner. He won't miss that. Back to a 3-point game.
Just way too much space for Magen David. You can't leave Bertrand that wide open. You can't leave him open, period, but even wide open to that level off the inbound. Got to be better.
Yeah, now if you're Magen, you got a hole for one. The shot clock is turned off. You need to go into this third quarter break with the lead.
So the lead that was 9 is cut to 3. As Magen, like you said, looking like they're going to hold for 1. 10 seconds left to go. It's Shalhevet guarded by Bertrand. What a matchup that is. Bertrand getting on fire here as of late. Stolen 2 seconds. 1 second. Chance. No. Lieberman can't put it in as we'll head to a quick break before the fourth quarter. Welcome back in if you're just joining us before Shabbos for the last game here in the Max Stern Athletic Center. 43-40, Magen David on top, the 10 seed here. After they won the play-in game, looking to upset number 2 seeded Shalhevet. What's going to be the key here for Magen to hold on to this 3-point lead? They were up 9 with 2 minutes left, and Shalhevet came back with 2 3-pointers. What do they have to do to make sure that the threes don't keep falling?
Yeah, we've been talking about it throughout the tournament, but I think in the fourth quarter, close games, it just comes down to star players. Like, I think if you're Coach Coleman, you're just putting the ball in the hands of Bertrand. If you're Coach Dweck, you're putting the ball into the hands of Joshua Shalhevet, because at the end of the day, those are the guys that brought you here. Those are the guys that make plays. So you just got to ride them for good and bad and see what happens at the end and live with the result.
Obviously, Shalhevet's the star for Magen David, but that guy, Dweck, he's been amazing for them in the second, third quarter here today. Looks to keep him going from 3-point land especially. Kicks to the corner. Hands it off to Dweck. Dweck guarded by Ascari. Dweck drives. Layup is good.
Yeah, and that's 15 for Dweck. What a game he's having.
15 points, wow.
And that's the thing with this Magen squad. You know, Joshua Shalhevet is the one that gets all the shout. But, you know, they've got really stars around him, as that 3 from Bertrand was no good. You know, valedictorian, Phil Scher. You have Jack Dweck also, who's an excellent junior shooter. And then you got Meyer Sakal, who plays much bigger than his size. You got Salih Hara, all these excellent pieces for Magen David to really surround their superstar in Joshua Shalhevet.
Yeah, and you got to imagine next year, Dweck and Hara are going to be the key cogs of this Magen David team. But we are in this year as a 3 in the corner does not go.
Jacobson with the board and hands it off to Lieberman. Bertrand with it. Driving hard. Wow, behind the back pass. Jacobson fouled. Nifty pass from Bertrand.
Yeah, and a very smart play by him. We saw him get a little frustrated in the third quarter, but he's calmed down a bit. Now he's playing like he usually does with the passing. And also a good look by Whitner to find the cutting Jacobson. He gets fouled for 2.
And if you're Shalhevet, you're probably looking for more of those. Obviously, you know, it has to be done safely. You don't want to be turning the ball over. But if you could get passes from Whitner to Jacobson, Jacobson to Whitner on the inside, that's really going to cause problems for Magen David, with both of those guys being the 2 biggest guys on the floor almost every time they're out there.
And then also look for them, like they did, to cut the lead from 9-3, to kick it out to the corner to Bertrand to knock down those triples. You know he could get hot from three-point land. And
they complement each other so well. The dominance inside, open space for Bertrand, then Bertrand takes that space back, which opens up space inside. And look for them to kind of, you know, flip-flop between the two, working inside versus working outside. Wherever there's the space, Shalhevet is smart enough and well-coached enough to attack that space and create disadvantages for the defense.
As the lead cut to 3 after the free throws. 6:50 left to go here in the last quarterfinal game. Phil Scher with it. Working on Lieberman. Heavy pressure. Shalhevet urgency with the last 6:35 to go. Tax. No foul called. Shot rims in and out. As Lieberman will take it up the floor for the Firehawks. Jacobson playing big there at the post. Look for them to get the three-man game between Bertrand, Whitner, and Jacobson going like we just spoke about. Lieberman taking his time at the top of the key. Kicks it to Skari. To the corner, it's Whitner. Cutting in Jacobson, great find! What was the call? Travel first.
Another travel on Jacobson.
I think it's his 4th of the game, I believe.
It wasn't on Whitner. We'll watch the replay. No, it was on Jacobson.
Yeah.
He shuffled his feet when he caught it. He's really got to be careful. It's okay to make that mistake once, but 4 times and a half is just not winning basketball.
Yeah, good spot by the ref there. I think that was for the right call. Dweck with it. He's been a great player for them in this game. Foul called. It looks like 2 from the line going up. Looking to extend this lead with 5:49 left to go.
Yeah, the replay will tell all. From our angle, it looked like it was clean. And that one, can't get a good shot of it, but I think it was a clean block. Shalhevet bench was not happy about it. And looked like just a great defensive play, but Dweck's going to take 2 free throws.
First one knocked down. 4-point lead.
Yeah, Dweck, an excellent free throw shooter, just continuing his dominant run today as he's the leading scorer for both sides.
I think he has 16.
You got a shot of Coach Coleman there. He really wants to get back to the semifinals. I mean, Shalhevet, what a proud program they are, but have not won a championship since 2019. Definitely looking to get back to there as a free throw is missed by Dweck.
And Lieberman will take it up the floor. Magen looks like in a box and 1 defense, with the 1 obviously on Bertrand. Open look for Lieberman from 3, no good. Rebound, chased down. Well done by Sakal. Up ahead, inside, now out to Dweck. He drives, cuts through. The traffic shot was blocked. He gets his own rebound. Pull up J, no good. Tipped and picked up by Lieberman. Shalhevet down the floor with some urgency. Whitner was wide open. He missed him, but now finds him. Bertrand with it. They got to keep an eye on him. Scher guarding him. Cuts through. Great find. Jacobson. Blocked. Foul. As he'll head to the line for 2, trailing by 4.
Yeah, and those 2 guys are so good together. Bertrand knows every time that he gets ahead of steam, Jacobson is there diving behind him. Just chemistry you cannot teach. And those 2 guys are so fun to watch together. And they're looking to extend their stay here in New York until at least Sunday.
It's funny, we mentioned in the previous game, the Max Live intro to the broadcast. Looked like we almost had another Cater Rises situation with Sam Jacobson on Joshua Shavit in the exact same spot on the court also.
Man, I still can't believe that Cater Rises play. I mean, he got up. You don't see that often in the Max Stern Athletic Center.
As both free throws are good, cutting the lead now to 2 with 4:55 left to go. Magen hanging on here. Dweck with it. Back to Scher. Guarded by Lieberman. Good defense, intense from Shalhevet. Scher picks it up. Let's see if Coach Dweck is going to call timeout. No, jump ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted a backcourt on that one. And I think Magen wanted a timeout.
Magen wanted the timeout, yeah.
But I don't know if they had possession. I think the ball was being knocked back and forth. I think jump ball was the right call, but instead they're going to give the timeout to Magen David.
And we'll head to a quick commercial break.
Camp Seneca Lake, the premier Jewish sports camp in the tri-state area. We place a major emphasis not only on competitive sports within our campus walls, but also have our boys and girls participate in tournaments across many sports in all age groups against other camps. This season, we fielded 31 Wayne County teams, 9 tournament teams that competed outside against other camps. These games are a highlight of our campers and our staff alike.
And welcome back to the Max Stern Athletic Center, where MDY is leading by 2 points. And you look at the replay here. Magen David ultimately got the timeout. Definitely was not a backcourt violation because the ball was not in possession. And you saw that little 1 second interval where Magen David had possession. Maybe that was when they called the timeout. So Magen David is going to retain possession.
Either way, a high IQ play by Coach Spike.
Magen hanging on to this 2-point lead with 4:40 left to go. Dweck with it. Drives, pulls up, shot is good. Look at Jack Dweck.
Man, how
putting
good
on
is
a
he?
show.
Golly. Shout out Charlie Benheim and Yosef Silver.
Jacobson with it. He's all the way outside. Usually don't find him there. Pull up from Bertrand. No good. Air ball. Rebounded by Shalhevet. Shalhevet will bring it up the floor. Magen in control by 4. Dweck, another open look. Wow! I think that puts him over 20 with 21 points after he hits that triple. 4 minutes to go. Magen on top by 7. And here's Lieberman. Firehawks trail by 7. 3:50 left to go.
They got to get the ball into Bertrand's hands and get him downhill because that's been the only thing that's worked for them in the second half.
Inside Jacobson. Pumps, dancing around the hoop and puts it in. Cuts the lead to 5 with 3:30 left to go. Left side Dweck. He's been the star for Magen today. Now it's Shalhevet. Guarded by Bertrand. Back to Dweck. Taking his time. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Foul called.
And that's 5 on Bonnie, as he'll be done for the day. Can't believe it. In my opinion, kind of looked like good defense, but we'll see on the replay.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Looks like he beat him to the spot. Was honestly not that much contact. And it's a big call because now Bonnie, you're one of your best defenders out of the game. And he was the guy who was on Dweck. Obviously, Dweck's playing really well. But now you have to switch up your defensive strategy.
Share with it in the backcourt.
Looks like Lieberman is taking Dweck.
They get it to him. He's been hot all second, third, and fourth quarter. The reverse, are you kidding me? Wow, what a shot. 7-point lead for Magen. Lieberman has it. Scary, back to Lieberman. Inside to Jacobson. He pulls up, won't go. Rebound Magen. Share to Shalhevet. Shalhevet pushed down the floor with 2:30 left to go.
Dweck's calling for it. I think you got to get the ball to him. He's got a mismatch, and they're going to trap him.
There's the trap from Shalhevet. Intense defense. Shalhevet wide open. 3-ball. No good. Rebounded. And Shalhevet comes up with the steal as Lieberman. Oh, what a move! Oh, that's dirty. Timeout called. Shalhevet. Come on down to Golan for the best authentic Israeli food and more, located just steps away on campus. Shawarma, schnitzel, poppers, to name a few of Golan Heights' delicious items. Also like to give a very special thank you to Lior Hode for his generous donation to Max Live in memory of Moish. Translator Moish was heavily involved in the Sarachek tournament when he worked in admissions. If you would like to donate to Max Live and support the work that we do, please visit maxlive.com/donate. 5-point game, 2:12 left to go. I think we're going to come down to maybe another overtime game. I wouldn't be shocked. The Hillel-Ewell game ended up overtime, but Ewell really pulled away in that overtime period.
And in order to get there, we're going to have to see sustained runs from Shalhevet. It's kind of been back and forth, where Shalhevet will have a little run, then Magen David will pull back. Shalhevet will bring it a little bit closer, Magen David pulling back again. Shalhevet's really going to have to go pedal to the metal here I'm sure they know, but down 5, 2:12 left in their season.
Plenty of
unless
time.
something changes.
I like the energy that they had the last minute or so. The nice obvious finish there by Lieberman off the steal.
Yeah, and I think offensively, key is just get it inside. I know Jacobson had a rough go with some travels, but he really is unstoppable when he gets the ball down low, especially with the lack of height for Magen. And they're doing the right thing defensively with some full court pressure to try to force some mistakes.
Dweck gives it off to Cher. We'll get it across the timeline with 2 minutes left to go. It's a 5-point lead for Magen David. Good pressure by Shalhevet. And skip pass comes to Dweck. Pulls up from the elbow, fading 2, won't go. Rebounded by Dweck after the tip out. Off to the left side. Magen should milk some clock. Good defense, and he's fouled. Now it's going to go against Ascari.
Yeah, Shalhevet, pardon me, a couple fouls to give. Maybe Coach Coleman wanted to set his defense up there. That's why he told him to foul. But a crucial possession here. I think if you're Magen, you just milk some clock and try to get a good look at the end of the shot clock.
Foul called again. It's back-to-back on Ascari. It's his third, I believe. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for Max Live. If you'd like to become a Max Live sponsor, email us at yumaxlive@gmail.com or DM us on Instagram or Twitter. Shabbat with it. There's the trap again, but they break right through it. Shabbat can't get it to go. Dweck with the board. Great offensive rebounding by Magen late. Great save by Bertrand. Lieberman to Bertrand. He'll try a deep triple. Got it! 2-point game! MDY only up 2 as Shalhevet gets it going here in the last 2 minutes of the game. It's going to come down to the wires. 1:05 left to go. Bertrand with a huge shot. Dweck has it. He almost loses it. Lieberman guarding him closely. Off the screen. Cher. 48 seconds to go. The shot is good. Wow, 40 seconds. 4-point game. Lieberman fakes and timeout called. Coach Coleman as we head to a quick commercial break before the last 38 seconds. If you're just joining us now for the last 38 seconds of quarterfinal Tier 1 ball before Shabbos, you came in for a good one. 4-point game, Magen David on top. It's going to come down to the wire.
Yeah, and it starts on this offensive possession for Shalhevet. I think you're going to see, as you look at the replay here, that crazy Bertrand transition 3. Then you also have that take by Philip Cher, which is an absolutely crazy shot. But I think if you're Shalhevet, got to look for a good shot here. You're probably looking for that corner 3 for Bertrand, and if not, the slip in by Jacobson at the low post. I think you live with either one of those plays. And then if you're Magen David, just play straight up defense, secure the defensive rebound, don't foul.
Yeah, just going back to that play that we saw with Eitan Bertrand, you see the way he's able to hustle from the backcourt, saving the ball, and not even celebrating or over exaggerating the save, heading straight for the front court and getting that wide open 3. Just shows you the prowess on both ends and the focus that he has. And now, what is a 2-possession game, I would assume that Shalhevet is going to maybe try to hurry to get a quick bucket. Obviously, you want it to be smart, but maybe a quick bucket, cut to within 1 possession, and then they're going to have to resort to fouling probably.
Yeah, and I'm parking Whitner and Jacobson underneath the basket to get the rebound.
Definitely don't need to force a 3 here, but this motion offense is puzzling because they need to move quick. Bertrand with it. 3 ball. Won't go. Rebounded by Whitner. Puts it up. Won't go. Rebounded by Magen. Foul called. And it remains a 4-point game. Shalhevet had a few chances there, but nothing goes. 23 seconds left in this one.
Yeah, incredible defense by Magen David to fight over those screens on Bertrand. And then down low, these pesky Magen players, these warriors, grabbing the rebound and getting fouled, and who else but number 23 at the free throw line. What a game he's having.
I think it's Sakal who's taking the free throws this time. Jake Dweck, though, like you were saying, he's been amazing all day. Really balanced scoring outside of him. He's been carrying a big load for Magen David. Coach Dweck said before the game that it's going to be about how feisty his team could be, and they were. Certainly for most of this game, the feistier team probably gives the reason why they're up 5.
Now Yosef, Shalhevet gets the ball. Is it a quick 2 or is it a 3?
I think it's a quick 3, actually, because they're just going to want to try to get Petron the ball. And
see what they do. Foul. I think that's a smart play by Magen.
Yeah, Magen has a couple fouls to give, so I think they're just trying to slow down Shalhevet. If they're Shalhevet here, just get the ball to Petron and hope he makes a play. I think that's the plan.
18 seconds, 5-point lead, upset potential right here. Foul, oh, hard foul. Jumping right up is Phil Scher.
And I think the official telling both teams to go to the bench after a little bit of a tough play as Petron kind of fell, tripped up Phil Scher.
Technical foul looked like it was called against Shalhevet. Had one against each squad today.
Yeah, I think Petron was on the ground. He was trying to stay there. We'll try to keep the Magen players on the ground. We'll look at the replay of the last shot. It's a tough call. A tough ending for Shalhevet. It's going to take a miracle now for them.
I think maybe after he got tripped up, it looks like maybe there was an altercation, perhaps.
Just some extracurricular. You know, just saying hi. Changing pleasantries. Yosef Silver.
I don't know. I don't love calling the tech there. I mean, obviously I wasn't there. I didn't hear what may or may not have been said or see maybe some extra move. But I don't like the refs trying to take it out of the players' hands. 5-point game, 16 to go. Obviously, Magen David would be heavily favored at this point. But you want to still keep Shalhevet in the game, give them a chance. You know, even if it's, a little bit on the edge, I understand the refs want to keep control. But to give Magen David free chances and free throws is it's tough for Shalhevet.
Yeah, and how about the coaching job by Coach Spike? I mean, a 7 seed. Most people did not give him a chance. Shalhevet won Globerman. They were the favorites in this tournament. So for Magen David to, stay with them, throw punches back and forth as we got a timeout here. Just incredible coaching by Magen David. Shout out to the players too.
Scher trying to put this one out of reach. First technical free throw won't go. We'll get a second try at it. 56-51, Magen on top. I want to get your guys' predictions now for the Final Four. It seems like this one's locked up for Magen unless we get some miracles. Who do you think is going to be the favorite the rest of the way?
I think, looking at the field, I think the tournament's pretty wide open. Obviously, we saw a masterclass from Eula today. Got to assume they're the favorites, 1 seed, defending champions, etc. But they look very beatable against Mesivta. Now, obviously, we don't want to read too much into the round 1 game. But I would assume they're the favorites. But Magen's looked really excellent in this tournament, and we saw the run that DRS went on last year after winning the play-in game. The boost that can give teams. Berman's put together 2 excellent performances as well. And Alex August has that touch about him.
And can't forget about TABC led by Eyal Kindler.
I was just going to say TABC in a dominant performance today. We had about 30 and 25 from Eyal Kindler. And a lot of these teams are going to have struggles dealing with that size. Is Magen David just going to dribble it out?
And that will do it. Magen David, the 10 seed, upsets the Shalhevet Firehawks, who are seated at number 2. Great job by Coach Dweck and the Magen David Warriors. We'll take a quick break before our post-game interview presented by Yachad.
We need you to vote OIC Mizrahi in the upcoming World Zionist Congress election.
What you can accomplish and what you can change is massive. Don't lose this opportunity.
Those who are interested in impacting what's happening in Israel today, this is your chance.
The decisions of the World Zionist Organization and Congress affect us in so many ways.
Our children, our education,
Aliyah, immigration, even campus life.
How much money will go to Jewish education in America and Eretz Yisrael?
The lone soldiers
injured soldiers, the families.
Even though we are totally diverse, we're one people, one family. We have to hold it together.
Let's make Torah stronger. Let's make Klal Yisrael stronger.
5 minutes, $5. Slate number 5. You can change the Jewish world only a few moments.
And we're back for the Yachad postgame show. Our sideline reporter Natan is along with pretty much the whole Magen David team, and obviously star Jake Dweck. Let's head down for the postgame interview.
I'm here with the Magen David Warriors, 10 seed, upset the 2nd seed. Josh, Jack, how do you guys feel about the win? Tell me what's going through your mind.
Want to go first? Well, obviously we feel great with a big upset here. And Josh, team put in all our hard effort against LA. Josh, guy's whole life consistent. I want to give a shout out to Mozar. He's not here today, but we won this one for him.
I just want to say, first half with more me, Jack Dweck took over second half, play of the game right here. Let's go! Jack Dweck, player of the game, 23 points, 23 for 23. How do you, Junior, how important is your coach's trust in you in these moments?
Well, earlier in the game, I made a couple mistakes and I had a coach. He gave me a couple words of wisdom and I took it to heart and I played great.
Josh, coach, obviously you had a lot of defensive roles, a lot of charges, a lot of physicality to play on defense. We know you're an amazing offensive player. How do you stay ready on defense? You know, you're very undersized compared to this team. How do you stay ready?
Coach Coleman, great coach, throwing everything at me. Jack took the pressure off me so that on defense, I can use my energy, get rebounds, and push it up. There was a big play where I got a rebound, got the Jack for a 3, and it blew open the game.
You guys have Shabbat to prepare, 2 days off. How do you stay ready and confident knowing that you guys have more things to do in this tournament?
Sleep and it's all up to God. Let's go!
Yeah, congrats.
Appreciate it. As we're just wrapping up, thanks so much to everyone who worked on the game. Executive Director Eitan Traurig, Executive Producer Zevi Pancer, Associate Director Jared Lazarus, Associate Producer and our third man in the booth, Yosef Silver, Director Dovid Samson, Camera Operators Danny Bachenheimer, Jacob Hafiz, Zachary Shalhevet, R.A. Bluth, Tech Ops, Moshe Laub, Stats, Yonatan Kars, and Gula Marcus. I've been Jared Kinchis alongside Avery Stepner. It's been great to be with you guys. Have an amazing Shabbos.